What's going on, vinyl community? Welcome to another video with the Record Spinner. I am so excited for this video because in today's video, I am going to be unboxing the Kiss Destroyer 45th Anniversary CD Blu-ray box set, as well as the 2LP Deluxe vinyl release. I'm surprised that I haven't commented on this particular release so far on the channel since it got announced a couple months back, but let me tell you guys this, and, you know, for us music lovers who love, you know, box sets and lavish releases, we are living in a prime time for that because, you know, whether it's, you know, remixed albums, unreleased material, the lavish packaging, you know, this is stuff that we love. And for the longest time, Kiss, my favorite band, and it's fitting I'm wearing the shirt with this album cover in this video, always kind of missed the ball with that. You know, they never really delved into the whole, you know, issuing box set, you know, type of deal. I mean, yeah, they did the vinyl reissues, they did remaster the catalog on CD in the late 90s, but nothing really much else, you know, supplementary. You know, there was the deluxe version of Love Gun in 2014, you know, that was nice and all, but to go to this full extent, and I think Destroyer is the perfect album to perhaps start, you know, as a basis of doing a big lavish box set, because I do feel that it is their best album. And I have to say, and no joke, when I saw the announcement of this box set being released, I literally cried. No joke, I cried when I saw the video showcasing what was going to be in it, all of the various extras, and then reading about, you know, the audio material that was going to be featured and everything. It was just like, yes, we are finally getting it, and that product is now here. So we are going to start off with the main CD Blu-ray box sets, and here it is right here. Give you guys a close-up of the hype sticker, and I'm going to read it out loud for you guys. So it says Destroyer 45th Anniversary Limited Edition Super Deluxe Box Set 4 CDs plus Blu-ray audio, 73 total tracks, 48 unreleased, original 1976 album newly remastered, 15 demos, 9 of them being unreleased, 22 rarities, outtakes, alternate versions, and mixes, 15 unreleased, officially unreleased concert, Olympia, Paris, May 22nd, 1976, brand new album Dolby Atmos and 5.1 surround sound mixes by Steven Wilson. 68-page hardcover book featuring new interviews by Gene Simmons, Paul Stanley, Ace Frehley, and other key figures. Liner notes by Ken Sharp and Paul Elliott. Unreleased photos, rare collectibles, and ephemera. And exclusive collectible bonus items: 1976 Army Kit Replica, On Tour Program Replica, 2 black and white promo and 4 band glossies, 3 stickers, 3 posters, 2 flyers, 2 stage blueprints, 4 brand new trading cards, iron-on, and track-by-track newspaper. So just given the scale of what Kiss is all about when it comes to marketing and such, the idea of doing a box set with all the bells and whistles and trappings of the extra memorabilia and ephemera, Kiss is perfect for it. And, you know, it would not be a super deluxe Kiss box set if there wasn't a good share of replica ephemera, as stated in the hype sticker. And we're going to get the shrink wrap off this bad boy, and we are going to be digging deep into the contents. And man, this is, I'm telling you, Christmas came literally a month early. It's insane. So let's get this out. And also, I will say this reaction that you're going to see as I go through this box set is 100% genuine, because it's finally here. You know, words can't describe. And alright, so here is the front of the box, and it kind of has this sort of, not foil, but like a high kind of, almost like a matte glossy type of finish to the box. It looks very sharp, very vibrant. It almost looks like the band members themselves. They look a bit, you know, it looks 3D almost, the way that it's printed. It's really, really cool. And then here is the back, which has all of the contents listed in terms of the CDs and the Blu-ray. And then also, here is the spine. And we are going to take the lid off. And also, I do have to say, I do like how they have the purple border around the box. I guess that's like the kind of color scheme of the overall album artwork. So, lid comes off like this. And what do we have? So, first off, there's a nice little ribbon attached to the bottom of the box, which is nice to lift up everything. And first up, we have the hardbound book. And right off the bat, what I love about this is that they scanned the original master tape boxes for the front and back of the book. And we are going to open it up, and I will show you guys everything as well. Right off the bat, I do like this touch. Here's like a little press clipping of a review of the album, which is quite nice. The Story of Kiss Destroyer. Now, this is written by Ken Sharp. Ken Sharp has written a number of books on Kiss. He did the Behind the Mask book from the early 2000s. He also wrote the Nothing to Lose book from 2014 about the early years of Kiss. It is a phenomenal book. Definitely check it out. This is very nice. And basically, he talks to Gene Simmons, Paul Stanley, Bob Ezrin, of course, who produced the record. He had done work with Alice Cooper. He's done stuff with Pink Floyd. He's done a lot of great stuff. And also, I do love how the photo that they use of the band in this beginning part of the book is the beginning of the show when they open with Detroit Rock City. That is cool. Wow. Awesome picture of the band. Never have seen that photo before. More backstory. And we have a bunch of photos of the band in the studio with Bob Ezrin, Bill Aucoin's in there, their original manager. Handwritten lyrics to Great Expectations. Another cool picture of the band. So I can tell right now, reading the liner notes of this is going to be quite awesome. And it gives you more of an immersive look into what is Kiss's best album. And it's also, you know, the most radically different of the time. Bob Ezrin really kind of transformed this band, going from this sort of, you know, just absolute hard rock band, you know, meats and potatoes rock, and adding just more depth to them. So, I mean, this album just in general it's a beauty. And there you can see the original painting for the album cover, which featured them in their Alive outfits, which is right here. Ken Kelly's original paintings. Then we have some variations of the album artwork. There's the German version, the Japanese press, and this basically here is the cover for the resurrected version, which is the remix that Bob Ezrin did back in 2012. Which is pretty cool. And also, just to point out, for the sake of not duplicating things, that remix is not featured in the box set. So it's nice that they have that kind of exclusive on its own. Various press adverts and magazines and such. It's funny, I think my dad has a copy of Circus magazine with this back cover advert for Destroyer, which is pretty damn cool. Or it might be the one below that. It's either one of them. And then, of course, we have some magazine covers as well. Yeah, here we go. Here's some classic shots. Spirit of 76 poster right there. I'm sure you guys remember that from back in the day. Then we have the glitter background as well. These are some iconic band photos. Some pictures from the Empire State Building. Wow. So right off the bat, there's a cool gig poster right here. Actually, tour poster, I should say. Awesome live shot of Paul playing a Les Paul right there. And then this covers the European tour, which kind of was more or less an extension of the Alive tour in terms of the outfits and some of the set lists. They did work in some Destroyer tunes, but it's kind of like a rejiggered version of the Alive tour, which is interesting. Various adverts, and look, even a postcard from Eddie Solon, who was part of the original Kiss road crew, which is pretty cool. Them in front of Buckingham Palace. Great shot. Backstage passes, tickets, adverts, really cool stuff. That is a great shot. I'm telling you, some of these pictures I have never seen before. This is insane. And then I believe this is in this picture I think was in Sweden, I want to say. I've seen a couple of photos circulate from that show. And here we have various single labels, single, sleeves from different countries and whatnot. Right off the bat, just by looking at these, some of these do appear in the Casablanca singles box set. So, it does look familiar. Another cool stage shot. Ah, this is cool. So here are some sketches done by Mark Ravitz of the stage design for the tour. Mark Ravitz basically sculpted the kind of legendary stage that was used for the Destroyer tour, which was a very thematic stage, which Kiss never really delved into too much. This was almost like given the sort of, scale of like a Broadway style production, just how Gene has like his tower, Ace has like his space-like craters, and Peter has the two cats on the side of the drum kit. Very very interesting staging configuration. And then here we have various cassette versions of Destroyer. We have a promo 7-inch as well, which I've seen. It's quite a collectible piece when it comes to Kiss, hardcore Kiss vinyl collectors. More live shots, more tickets. Very cool stuff indeed. Wow. This is very, very cool. I am loving that. Look at that. That is amazing. Never have seen this photo before. Wow. More live shots. Check that out. What a time back in '76. This is wild. Great live shot of Peter there. Great shot of Paul. Wow. This is insane. Look at that. That is a great shot of Gene. That's him with his kind of blood stake kind of tower. He kind of went on this platform to do his bass solo during the tour. That is so cool. Yeah, here we go. Paul Lynde Halloween special. Got a nice spread on that. Various photos and liner notes. Basically, Kiss's first primetime television appearance. And this is probably the equivalent of the Beatles on Ed Sullivan from the 60s. Fair and square. That is a great shot as well. I love the way that that's designed as well. That is just very nice. And then we have the track list as well to all of the discs. Nice advert of the band. And here is the back of the book. Now, I'm going to double check something in the hardbound book just to point out, unless I can come across it later on in the CDs. I think that might be the case. So, that is the hardbound book. And now we have this right here. This is basically the fan club kit, basically, which opens up. And my oh my. Oh, what do we have here? There's a lot of stuff. And this right here is the iron-on, which you can put on a t-shirt, which is a nice touch. And this right here is a selective service system for the Kiss Army. You write down your name right here. Classified in Class A1 and is entitled to all rights and privileges thereof, Kiss Army National Headquarters. God, this is cool. I'll film mine out after this video. Let's see. Meet the members. Oh, this is cool. So it kind of gives a brief write-up of all the band members with their various star signs. Fun fact, Gene and I are both Virgos. Pretty cool to point out. And then here we have some black and white press photos. Features the album artwork here, as well as a cool shot of the band there. We have a Kiss discography sheet, which lists all the albums that had come out at the time. So, of course, there was only first album, Hotter Than Hell, Dressed to Kill, and Alive, with Destroyer coming soon. Let's see, and then here we have, oh my gosh, we have a certificate. This is to hereby decree that Dylan Michael Pagan, I'll put my name in there, is officially recognized as a member in good standing of the Kiss Army. As a dedicated follower of Kiss, the aforementioned member pledges his loyalty to the Army and to furthering the advancement of Kiss throughout the land. Hands down. I kind of want to, like, photocopy this and just write my name on the photocopy and frame it. That is cool. And then this right here looks like a newsletter of various Kiss news. Volume 1, Number 2, Spring Edition from '76. This is very cool. Wow. That is pretty sick. And even inside here, before we get into the rest of it, it says, "You are in the Kiss Army now, dedicated to the advancement of Kiss throughout the land. Valued member, it is your right and privilege to invite others to join our ranks and to share the Kiss experience." See, I want to know what it was like for, you know, young people that had this when it had come out in '76. Like, how fans felt. Because, I don't know, like, for myself, like, growing up, like, Kiss, I discovered Kiss when I was, like, 2 going on 3 years old. It was the farewell tour right around that time. You know, I wish I could live in the shoes of a young Kiss fan circa 75, 76, 77. Like, just to see how it would feel to see this and to think that you felt a part of a huge entity that you can identify with. That is cool. That is really cool. And then here is a sticker. And I believe this graphic is used on the original Kiss trading cards from '77, '78. So this graphic does look a bit familiar, which is cool. But they also, this is kind of like a re-rendering of the Hotter Than Hell artwork, which is pretty cool. And this right here is a sticker of the album cover. And this is cool. This is kind of like a bumper sticker type deal. Kiss's Detroit Rock City. And then here we have these photo cards. There we have Ace. And these are exclusive to the set as well, I should say. I believe these are the trading cards, I should say. Cool one for Gene. And he even has, like, quotations from each of the band members, like what they've said about the album and such, which is pretty cool. And next up, we have the colored not glossy, but the colored photographs. And these are cool. These kind of have, like, some cool kind of lighting glares going on, which create some cool effects, which is cool. So there's Gene. And this one kind of has a cool kind of doubling type effect. There's Peter. Cool one of Paul. And here is Ace. And I believe, I'm sure it'll say it in the hardbound book, but just going off of what I'm seeing here, I believe these photos were taken by Waring Abbott, who was one of the photographers that followed Kiss around in the early days. He did a great book in the early 2000s called Kiss the Early Years, which covers 74 to 76, kind of touches on the Elder a little bit because he kind of reappeared there. If you can seek that out, that is a great book to check out. But, like, seeing these photos remind me of that book. So these are very nice prints. And this is a cool kind of foil type sort of mini poster, which is very cool. And this right here is a cool kind of advertisement for the album. I like that logo. That is a cool, I've never seen this before. That is a cool logo design, how each of the band members appear in each letter. I like that. That is very, very cool. And what do we have here? Nice. Very nice black and white poster of the band in London. And then inside we have the catalog up at that point. And even, look, Destroyer doesn't even have an album cover. That gives us some context. That is so cool. So here, I'm going to put all this, I got to put all this away at the very end of this video. Holy crap. And look, I almost lost my KISS Army membership card. So we'll put this there. And then here we have this sort of kind of paper folio type deal with the KISS logo embossed there. And this opens up like that. And we have a little, not mini replica, but a replica KISS on tour program. Now, I believe the actual one was much, much bigger, but this is a nice thing to have. Lots of cool live shots. Wow. That is a great centerfold there. This is like right at the beginning of the show during Detroit Rock City. Just make sure I didn't miss any pages. Yeah, it looks like I've covered everything so far. Turn it sideways, get some cool long shots. Oh, wow. And this shot of Gene, this was used on the cover of the KISS Destroys Anaheim bootleg. I'm noticing it's kind of a familiar photo. And got some cool live shots there, as well as the band's discography at the time. And it even has a spot for the originals, which was the repackaging of the first 3 albums, which had yet to come out. Pretty cool. And looks like we have some fold-out posters right here. The band on top of the Empire State Building. Absolute iconic shot. I do have a poster of from this photo shoot. I used to have it up on my wall like years ago. I still have it. It's rolled up somewhere, but that is really cool. Nice little kind of semi-miniature version to own. And here is a poster from the Paul Lynde Halloween special. That is just phenomenal. Also, slightly off topic, but not really, would be great to see the Paul Lynde special get a Blu-ray release. I have an unofficial DVD version in my collection, but would be cool to see it get a proper high-def, 4K, whatever they can do with the master material, put it on Blu-ray. It would be a crown jewel for any KISS fan. Seriously. And let's see, what do we have here? So this, we have some sketches of the Destroyer stage. So just to kind of point it out, because Mark Ravitz did an episode with 3 Sides of the Coin, a KISS podcast, the best one to check out hands down, and he kind of talked about the stage a bit. So like you have the lighting towers here, the kind of smoke, not smoke, but like the cloud type fixtures that were hanging above the stage. You have like, you know, Ace's kind of space craters here. You had this kind of burnt down castle for Gene. Paul had like just the front of the stage. It was kind of crystallized a little bit on the floor. Like if you look at some floor shots of the Destroyer stage, you can see that. And then Peter has this sort of cat display there with the eyes. And this is kind of like on like parchment paper almost. It's very nice material. And then we have the floor plan for the stage as well, which is pretty cool. And this, what do we have here? Oh gosh, this is cool. Oh my gosh. Oh man, I need to be careful with this. This is a newspaper type deal. It is a track by track of Destroyer, but printed on like newspaper material, or Bible paper, I should say. So, exclusive backstory behind the songs on this epic album. So it's kind of designed like a retro, newspaper type article. And there's a shot of Kiss with Bob Ezrin, adverts, master tapes. This is cool. I gotta be very delicate with this. Holy shit. Pardon my French. Look at that. That is very cool. And I am being so delicate with this. I feel like I should be wearing gloves or something. Wow. Tons of information here. Wow. And then we have an advert to join the Kiss Army. And we have some cool live shots. That is very nice. Wow. Cool advert for Paul's Gibson sponsorship. And there, boom, platinum. That is very, very cool. Holy crap. And now that we've got through the ephemera, let's get to the discs. So, first up, we have the Destroyer album newly remastered. Kind of styled like not like a mini LP, but a nice digipack type design. Opens up, and we have the original inner sleeve of the album. And here is the disc label for that, modeled after the blue Bogart label, which is very cool. And then we move on to the next part, which is the Destroyer era demos. So this features various demos and such. So I'm kind of going to go through these just to read them. So disc 2 has demos from Paul and Gene. The Paul demos, there's Don't Ya Hesitate, God of Thunder, It's the Fire, Detroit Rock City, and Love Is All Right. Don't Ya Hesitate was on the Kiss box set from 2001. Same with the demo of God of Thunder, and everything else has been unreleased. Bad Bad Lovin' from Gene, Man of a Thousand Faces, Don't Want No Romance, Burning Up with Fever, Rock and Rolls Royce, Mad Dog, Night Boy, Star, Howlin' for Your Love, True Confessions. Some of these songs sound familiar. That's because they are on the 1978 Gene Simmons solo album. Some of these have been released on the 2001 Kiss box set. Some have appeared as part of the Gene Simmons Vault box sets. And then, obviously, basically all these demos have appeared in bootleg form. I actually have some of them on vinyl in my collection, so it's cool to see them get an official release. And then for disc 3, we have Destroyer outtakes, alternate versions, mixes, and singles. So we have an acoustic mix of Beth, which is unreleased, single edits of Shout It Out Loud, Flaming Youth, and Detroit Rock City. There's a mono single edit of Shout It Out Loud, mono single edit of Flaming Youth, mono single edit of Detroit Rock City, mono version of Beth, live rehearsal instrumental of King of the Nighttime World, which sounds interesting. Do You Love Me, mono instrumental, God of Thunder early instrumental mix, Ain't None of Your Business, which was a track recorded during the sessions, which Peter sings lead on. Did not make it on the album, but it is a great tune. The band's name is escaping me, but the band that Michael DeBar was in recorded that track on their first album. The band name's escaping me. Let's see. Detroit Rock City instrumental, King of the Nighttime World alternate mix, Great Expectations early version. I believe I have that on bootleg on vinyl, which is cool. Flaming Youth early version, Do You Love Me early version, Shout It Out Loud alternate mix, Ain't None of Your Business outtake, so that's the full-on version with Peter's vocals. Beth Take 6 instrumental, Beth instrumental, and Do You Love Me alternate mix. So a lot of different alternate mixes featured on this, but if you love this album as much as I do, then you can be real quick to pick up on some of those nuances and differences. And this is cool. So they have the disc looking like a tape reel. which is nice. Then I'll also take out the other one. Very cool. And now we get to Live in Paris, Olympia, May 22nd, 1976. I'll read off the track list and then I'll get into, you know, the show and everything. Deuce, Strutter, Flaming Youth, Hotter Than Hell, Firehouse, She with Ace's solo, Nothing to Lose, Shout It Out Loud with Gene's solo, 100,000 Years with Peter's solo, Black Diamond, Detroit Rock City, Rock and Roll All Night. So as you can kind of see, it's like a rejiggered version of the Alive tour. But in terms of the source of this show, so didn't get too much info online on this, but there is a bootleg out there. A very great audience recording called Stoned in Paris, which is one of the most infamous early Kiss bootlegs from back in the day. Don't know if perhaps they found the master source and they got their hands on it and this is what it is, or if this is a completely unearthed soundboard recording. Who really knows? I'm going to take a wild guess and say that it is the audience recording, and it's a very good one. It's cool to see them put out something cool like this. And opens up. We have some cool ticket stubs as well as some contractual stuff. And here kind of has a cool variation of the Blue Bogart label. And then we get to the Blu-ray portion of the set. And this features the Dolby Atmos and 5.1 mix done by Steven Wilson. Now, of course, if you're a Kiss fan and you're also a progressive rock fan, you know exactly what Steven Wilson is up to. He is responsible for remixing, both in stereo and 5.1, catalogs of Yes, King Crimson, Steve Hackett. He's even done, oh gosh, just off the top of my head, it's escaping me what else he has done. He's Jethro Tull. He's done all the Jethro Tull stuff. He's done a lot of work with those types of bands. So him doing something with Kiss is very interesting. And for myself, as a fan of those bands that I just mentioned, that is a cool surprise to hear, because Steven Wilson does fantastic jobs with his remixes. And given that Destroyer is such a cinematic album, it's perfect. It is the perfect album to be given a surround sound mix treatment. Now, that does not mean that there is a stereo mix in this box. That would be cool to see him do a stereo mix, but we already got the Destroyer Resurrected mix, so there's really no need for that. But here's the front, and then we get the album itself, and then with a couple of bonus cuts, we have the acoustic mix of Beth and the original guitar solo version of Sweet Pain, which is cool. Cool bit of design there. And here is the disc for that, which is very cool. Love that. And that is the box set itself. But no. We are not done here yet. We have the vinyl to get to. And here is the 2LP version. And here is the hype sticker, which I will read off to you. It says, Destroyer, 45th Anniversary 2LP Deluxe Edition, 180-gram vinyl, 21 total tracks, 10 unreleased, original 1976 album newly remastered, 6 demos, 5 unreleased, 6 studio rarities, 5 unreleased, 20-page booklet featuring the story of Destroyer in rare photos. Now, let me emphasize something right now. What you see in the thumbnail of this video is the colored vinyl pressing that was exclusive to KissOnline.com. I ordered it, it's coming in the mail, but for the sake of getting this video up on release date so I can show you guys this, I did manage to get my hands on the 2LP black vinyl press. So, best believe the colored variant is coming in. So, here is the front, and here is the back. Here, we're just going to take the shrink wrap off, and I'll read off the track list for the bonus cuts, because they basically kind of did like a, I guess you can say, like a highlights type deal when it comes to the outtakes. They kind of cherry pick some stuff. So here is the front. And so for the For the extra LP, on side 3, we have some Paul Stanley demos. We have God of Thunder, Detroit Rock City, and Love Is Alright. For the Gene demos, there's I Don't Want No Romance, Rock and Rolls Royce, and Star. And then on side 4, the rarities, we have the acoustic mix of Beth, the mono single edit of Shout It Out Loud, the live rehearsal instrumental of King of the Nighttime World, instrumental Detroit Rock City, early version of Flaming Youth, and a alternate mix of Shout It Out Loud. So just to showcase everything. And let's see what the gatefold looks like. Wow. Check that out. So they got the classic chopper shots right here. And here are the lyrics for King of the Nighttime World. That is very, very cool. And let's see. Inside we have the original printed inner sleeve, fully replicated. And let's see what the vinyl looks like. And we have a cool modified version of the Casablanca Bogart label. Very nice. This was pressed at GZ Vinyl in the Czech Republic. And according to the Dead Wax, this was mastered at Abbey Road Studios using the half-speed process by Miles Showell. Oh my god. This is going to sound absolutely phenomenal. I love Miles Showell. He does a great job with his masterings. I'm a huge fan of half-speed cuts in general. So the idea of him doing a Kiss album in half-speed at Abbey Road is phenomenal. So stoked to hear it. And here we are going to get into the booklet. Uses the scan of the tape boxes here. And basically, this is adapted from the hardbound book, basically. So there's nothing really too exclusive or new. It just kind of consolidates things a bit, which is nice. So no radical changes. Some cool live shots there. You've seen these in the book. This is very cool. Print quality on this is very nice as well, like a nice matte type design. And there we go. Very nice booklet. And then we have the printed inner for the extra LP. We got those prints in the box set in a sleeve here. Various tickets and backstage passes. And here we have the labels looking like the tape reels. And yes, you can see the record is dusty. That is the downside of putting them in printed inners. But if you give it a good brush, it'll clean right off. So, wowee. The video has already gone this long. I hope that this was entertaining for you guys. But I wanted to make it a point to show this off on release date, because what's the fun in showing it when everyone else has shown it and everyone's moved on to the next thing? And also just given the fact that Kiss is my favorite band and this is a release that I have been dreaming of seeing, I really wanted to make it a point to capitalize on it and showcase it on the channel in its own special video once and for all. So I have a lot of listening to do. I'm probably gonna fanboy all over again looking at the booklet and everything. This honestly, just in general, like first impressions before even diving into the contents of the book and the audio, the presentation is what you come to expect from Kiss. It is absolutely phenomenal. Now, I am curious if this will perhaps lead to other releases to follow suit down the road. It would be great to see in a live box set with all the concerts that were recorded for the album, and like the Cobo Hall shows, Wildwood, Davenport, you know, all those shows. They could maybe do one for like the first album, include all the Eddie Kramer demos and the recordings from the Daisy. They really could go all over the place. And if they decide to do that, fingers crossed, I will buy it all and you will see it all here. So there you guys go. That is my unboxing of the Kiss Destroyer 45th Anniversary CD Blu-ray box set and 2LP Deluxe Edition. If you enjoyed this video, please go ahead, give it a like, subscribe to the channel, and if you want to support this channel, be sure to check me out on Patreon. See you guys in the next video, and most importantly, keep the record spinning.